If you're over 60 and watching this video, I want you to give me a few quiet minutes. Not to hear anything shocking, not to feel more afraid about your health, but to gently face a truth that feels very familiar, yet is rarely talked about out loud. After 60, your body starts speaking more clearly. In the morning, you don't jump out of bed the way you used to. Your knees need a few minutes to adjust to your body weight. Your heartbeat catches your attention more often. And some days you feel tired, even though you haven't done anything hard. So many people say to me, "Doctor, I guess it's just old age." I understand that sentence, because I'm 60 myself, and I've worked with older adults for more than 30 years. But I want to tell you something very important right from the beginning. Getting older does not mean giving up. Getting older means your body needs a different kind of care, smarter, gentler, and more respectful. After 60, the problem is not that you're missing medication, supplements, or the latest health method. The real issue is that your body no longer tolerates strong shocks the way it used to. Eating too much, not good. Eating too little, also not good. Using something too aggressive, the body reacts. Doing nothing at all, the body slowly weakens. What your body needs now is quiet, steady support. And today, I want to talk with you about one very small habit. So simple that many people ignore it. Yet when used correctly, it can make a real difference. That habit is garlic. Not garlic as a miracle cure. Not garlic as a treatment for everything. But garlic as part of a thoughtful health strategy after 60. Humans have used garlic for thousands of years. Not because it performs magic, but because it works in harmony with how the body protects itself. Especially a body that has worked nonstop for decades, like yours and mine. In this video, we'll walk through some very real questions together. Why silent inflammation becomes the biggest troublemaker after 60. Why your heart, joints, brain, and immune system need support differently than before. And how eating garlic daily, if done the right way, can help your body carry less burden. Not to live longer at any cost, but to live more comfortably, more confidently, and more in control in the years ahead. My name is Dr. David Warren, and I want to speak with you the way a doctor speaks to a longtime patient, someone who knows their body but needs the right direction. Idea 1, why silent inflammation is the biggest issue after 60, and how garlic may help. Before we talk about your heart, your joints, or your memory, I want you to understand one common root behind many health problems after 60. That root is silent inflammation. Inflammation isn't always redness or sharp pain. After 60, most inflammation happens quietly. A little bit at a time, day after day. A little in the blood vessels, a little in the joints, a little in the muscles, a little in the brain, a little in the digestive system. Each day it seems small, but over the years it adds up to fatigue, stiffness, aching, slow recovery, and the feeling that your body is no longer working with you. Scientifically, this happens because the immune system reacts more slowly, but inflammation lasts longer. The body has a harder time turning off small inflammatory responses. The ability of cells to repair themselves gradually declines. In simple terms, your body is still fighting. It just isn't cleaning up as efficiently as it used to. This is where many people make mistakes. They turn to solutions that are too aggressive. They look for quick fix foods or supplements, or they give up entirely and think, "I'm old, so I'll just accept it." None of these approaches work well after 60. At this stage of life, the body needs calming support, not stimulation. And garlic, when used properly, belongs in that calming category. Garlic contains natural compounds that help reduce excess inflammatory signals, help the body cool down internally, support balance without forcing strong reactions. I want you to be very clear about this. Garlic does not shut down inflammation instantly. It helps the body learn how to respond in moderation. And moderation is exactly what the body needs after 60. Real-life benefits. When silent inflammation is better managed, many people notice less stiffness in the morning, a gradual decrease in dull aches, more comfort in daily movement, less unexplained fatigue, not dramatic changes overnight, but a gradual sense of feeling lighter. And that matters a great deal at this age. How to use it safely. For most people over 60, one small clove of garlic per day is enough. It's best to lightly crush the clove. Let it sit for a few minutes. Add it to warm, cooked food. Avoid eating large amounts of raw garlic on an empty stomach. Thinking more is better. After 60, your body doesn't need high doses. It needs consistency and moderation. My personal advice, if you remember just one thing from this section, remember this. After 60, everything that's good for your health should calm the body, not push it. Garlic is just one example, but it teaches us how to care for the body more wisely at this stage of life. Idea 2, how the heart changes after 60 and why garlic may help it work with less strain. After 60, your heart doesn't weaken in the way most people imagine. It doesn't suddenly break down. It doesn't stop working. Your heart is simply working harder to achieve the same results. Many people tell me, "Doctor, I can still walk fine. I don't have chest pain. I just get tired faster than before." Those are early signals. Physiologically, after 60, blood vessels lose flexibility. Blood flow becomes less smooth. The heart must push harder to move blood through the body. You may not feel pain, but your heart is using more energy for the same task. And when the heart works under constant strain, the body responds with faster fatigue, shortness of breath when walking, a vague heaviness in the chest, occasional unexplained palpitations. At this point, the heart doesn't need stimulation. It needs less resistance. That's where garlic may help. Garlic supports gentle relaxation of blood vessels, helps blood move more smoothly, and reduces the workload placed on the heart. Simply put, garlic doesn't make the heart beat harder. It helps the heart work without overexertion. Practical benefits. Many people over 60 notice walking feels easier, palpitations are less frequent, daily activities feel more stable, less anxiety about heart health. At this age, stability matters more than pushing limits. How to use garlic for heart support. If you're using garlic for heart health, 1 small clove per day is enough. Always take it with food. Avoid large amounts of raw garlic. Never replace prescribed medication with garlic. Important warning, if you take blood pressure medication, heart medication, or blood thinners, you must talk with your doctor before making garlic a daily habit. Not because garlic is dangerous, but because heart care after 60 requires smart coordination, not guesswork. My personal advice, I often tell older patients this: treat your heart like a lifelong friend. Don't push it, don't challenge it, just support it consistently. Garlic can be part of that support, small, gentle, and steady, and the heart feels it. Idea 3, joint stiffness and dull pain after 60 aren't just old age, and how garlic may help movement feel easier. Many people over 60 start their mornings the same way. They sit up slowly, wait for their back to loosen, rub their knees before standing, move carefully, testing how much their body allows that day. And then they say, "My joints are just like this now." I want you to understand something clearly. Not all joint stiffness is unavoidable aging. After 60, joints don't usually suffer because cartilage disappears overnight. They suffer because of long-term inflammation buildup, poor circulation of joint fluid, constant tension in surrounding tissues. In simple terms, joints don't break quickly, they gradually become stuck. When you're younger, the body clears inflammation quickly. After 60, cleanup slows down, inflammation lingers, stiffness and dull pain appear. The most dangerous part isn't the pain itself. It's the mental response. People begin avoiding movement. They stop doing activities they enjoy. And when joints are used less, they stiffen faster. That's the vicious cycle I see every day in older patients. Garlic, when used correctly, can help interrupt that cycle from the inside. It helps calm prolonged inflammation, reduces inflammatory noise around joints, and creates a less tense internal environment. Garlic doesn't remove pain instantly, but it helps joints resist movement less. Real-life changes. Many people notice mornings feel easier, walking feels more confident, less time needed to warm up, less fear of movement, small changes. But they decide whether you keep moving or slowly stop. How to combine garlic with movement. Use 1 clove per day with meals. Combine it with 10-20 minutes of gentle walking. Light joint movement in the morning. Avoid eating garlic on an empty stomach, using high doses hoping for fast relief. Joints after 60 don't like force. They respond to persuasion. My personal advice I often tell patients with joint pain: joints are like old doors. Keeping them closed doesn't preserve them. Opening them gently every day does. Garlic won't open the door for you, but it helps the hinges creak less, so every step feels a little easier. Nu ban mon, toi ko da dich tiep cash fan kon lai theo jung jung. Mitun hien va chuan kich ban YouTube. Chika noi. Dich tiep. Doi jai la bandik tieng an. Van noi tun hien kio mai. Yu gyong bak si noi chuyen hin hang. De hu, jung tin den kich ban YouTube. Idea 4. After 60, your immune system isn't weak. It's tired, and garlic can help you protect yourself in a smarter way. After 60, a lot of people start worrying about something, even if they never say it out loud. They notice they're catching colds more easily, taking longer to bounce back, and getting tense the moment they hear someone around them is sick. And then they think, maybe my immune system is getting weak. But here's the truth. Your immune system doesn't disappear after 60. It's just tired after decades of nonstop work. All your life, your immune system has protected you from countless viruses and bacteria, carried you through stress, poor sleep, and pressure, and worked day after day for years. After 60, the problem isn't that it stops working. It's that it responds more slowly, it can overreact to small triggers, and it can create long-lasting inflammation that your body doesn't actually need. In simple terms, your immune system doesn't always know when to fight and when to stand down. That's why you feel more drained after getting sick, inflammation hangs around longer, and it takes your body more time to return to balance. And at this stage, your body doesn't need immune boosters that push it harder. Your body needs support that helps it respond more wisely. Garlic, when used the right way, can do exactly that. Garlic contains natural compounds that can help your immune system recognize threats more efficiently, calm unnecessary overreactions, and help your body return to balance faster. Garlic doesn't force your immune system to work harder. It helps your immune system work at the right time. Real-life benefits. When the immune system is supported the right way, many people over 60 notice fewer minor illnesses, easier, gentler recovery when they do get sick, less fear and anxiety about getting ill, and more confidence to go out, move around, and live normally again. That feeling of being protected matters because it helps you live with more ease instead of constantly being on guard. How to use garlic safely for immune support. To get the benefits without pushing your body too hard, use it consistently, but you don't need a lot, and pair it with the basics that truly matter. Good sleep, enough water, and a varied, balanced diet. Avoid treating garlic like a shield, overusing it when you're already exhausted or seriously ill. After 60, your immune system doesn't like being forced to be strong. It needs to be nourished. My personal advice I often tell my older patients, the best way to prevent illness isn't to hide from the world. It's to prepare your body to face it calmly. Garlic won't protect you from everything, but it can help your body stay steady when challenges show up. Idea 5. Memory and focus after 60 don't disappear, but they need the right kind of support from the inside. There's a quiet fear many older adults carry, and they rarely talk about it. It's not pain. It's not a major illness. It's the fear of forgetting someone's name, forgetting what you were about to say, forgetting why you walked into the kitchen. These moments may seem small, but they can be scary. And people start wondering, is my memory getting worse? Let me say this clearly and calmly. After 60, your brain isn't broken. It simply needs better conditions to function at its best. Biologically, after 60, the brain processes information more slowly, becomes more sensitive to stress, relies more on steady circulation, and is more affected by long-term inflammation. In other words, your brain isn't lacking ability, it's lacking the ideal environment. When the brain isn't getting enough oxygen, nutrients, and stable blood flow, focus drops, short-term memory weakens, and mental fatigue arrives sooner. This is where garlic, used consistently and correctly, may offer support. Garlic can help by supporting circulation, including blood flow to the brain, calming chronic inflammation, a silent enemy of brain cells, and creating a less stressful internal environment for the brain to do its job. Garlic won't make you smarter overnight. It helps your brain do its work with fewer obstacles. Real-life benefits. When the brain is supported more effectively, many people over 60 notice. It's easier to follow conversations, fewer moments of blanking on words, longer focus when reading or watching something, and mental fatigue doesn't hit as quickly. These changes aren't dramatic, but they help you feel like you're still you. How to support the brain with garlic plus smart habits. For brain support, use 1 clove a day with meals and combine it with habits that actually protect the brain. Gentle walking to improve circulation, quality sleep, and avoiding too much multitasking. Don't expect your memory to snap back like you're 30. One food to fix everything. After 60, the brain works best when its natural rhythm is respected. My personal advice I often tell patients who worry about memory: the brain is like an old library. The books aren't gone. You just need better light to find them. Garlic isn't the only light, but it can help the inside feel a little less dark. Idea 6. After 60, digestion gets more sensitive, and garlic only helps if you use it the right way, in the right amount. After 60, many people start noticing changes that just don't feel comfortable. You eat the same foods as before, but your stomach feels heavier. You bloat more easily. Digestion feels slower. Constipation shows up more often. And people think, well, it's just age. But digestion isn't only about comfort. Digestion affects your energy, your immune function, and even your mood. Physiologically, after 60, digestive juices are produced more slowly. Gut movement becomes weaker, gut bacteria are easier to throw off balance, and the gut becomes more sensitive to strong foods. When digestion isn't running smoothly, you absorb nutrients less efficiently, energy drops, fatigue lasts longer, and immunity can weaken too. This is when people hear garlic is good for the gut and start eating more than they need. And that's exactly what can backfire. Let me be clear. After 60, garlic helps digestion only when it's used gently and wisely. In small amounts, garlic can support healthier gut bacteria, help food break down more efficiently, and help bowel movement become more regular. But if you overdo it, especially raw garlic, it can irritate the gut, create burning in the stomach, and cause more bloating and discomfort. The issue isn't that garlic doesn't work for you. The issue is that after 60, your gut can't tolerate extremes. Real-life benefits. When digestion is supported the right way, many people notice. Their stomach feels lighter after meals, less bloating, more regular bowel movements, and less of that uncomfortable inside feeling. When your gut feels lighter, your energy comes back. And when your energy comes back, everything feels easier. How to use garlic safely, this part matters. To support digestion without harm, stick to 1 small clove per day, lightly crush it, let it sit for a few minutes, and add it to warm, cooked food. Avoid raw garlic on an empty stomach. Concentrated garlic water, forcing it when your body already feels off. If you feel burning, bloating, nausea, that's not your body detoxing. That's your body asking you to scale back. My personal advice I often tell older patients: good digestion isn't about eating a lot of healthy things. It's about eating just enough to feel comfortable. Garlic should help you feel lighter, not make you endure more discomfort. Idea 7. After 60, it's not just what you eat, it's how you use it. After 60, I always tell my patients something simple. The same thing, used differently, can produce completely different results. Garlic is a perfect example. A lot of people hear garlic is healthy and assume the more, the better, raw is stronger. If it burns, that means it's working. That's the mindset of a younger body. That's not how a 60-plus body works. After 60, your liver, stomach, blood vessels, and immune system are much more sensitive. Anything too aggressive can lead to stomach discomfort, blood pressure swings, unwanted effects on blood flow. So garlic should be a gentle daily support habit, never a high-dose experiment. The most important safety rule: if you want to use garlic daily after 60, Remember these 4 golden rules. 1. Less than you think is enough. 1 small clove a day works for most people. No need to increase the dose over time. 2. Always take it with food. Avoid garlic on an empty stomach. Avoid large amounts of raw garlic. 3. Listen to your body. If you feel better, you can continue. If you feel burning or bloating, scale back immediately. 4. Respect your medications. If you take blood thinners, heart meds, blood pressure meds, or you're preparing for surgery, you must talk to your doctor before using garlic daily. Not because you should fear garlic, but because you want to avoid unwanted interactions. Real-life benefits. When garlic is used correctly, many people over 60 notice. They feel more stable, fewer surprise reactions, less of that feeling of gambling with their health, and more peace of mind. And that peace of mind matters, because worry itself is a form of stress that harms an aging body. My personal advice, I often tell older patients, health after 60 isn't about testing how much your body can tolerate. It's about finding the level where your body quietly thanks you. Garlic doesn't need to be strong to help. It just needs to be used at the right time, in the right amount, in the right way. Closing. Before we finish, I want you to pause for a moment and look back at the full message. We never called garlic a miracle. We never said eating garlic alone will solve every health issue after 60. Here's what I want you to take away. After 60, health isn't built through big dramatic changes. It's built through small, steady, intentional choices. Garlic, when used the right way, is simply one of those choices. It may help reduce silent inflammation, support the heart with less strain, make joints feel more comfortable, help the immune system respond more wisely, and support a healthier environment for the brain and digestion. It's not loud, it doesn't force the body, it doesn't make you push through, and most importantly, garlic reminds you of this. You're still taking care of yourself, and your body still responds to that. A lot of older adults feel like everything is already decided at this stage of life. But I've worked with enough patients to tell you this with confidence. After 60, your body can still adapt. It can still respond to gentle care. It can still become more stable when you treat it the right way. You don't need perfection. You don't need to change everything at once. Just start with one small habit you can truly maintain. If garlic works for you, use it calmly. If it doesn't, listen to your body and adjust. There isn't one right path for everyone, only the path that fits you. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, and if it helped you feel a little less worried about your health after 60, I'd love to invite you to subscribe. I don't promise miracles here. I share practical, safe, senior-friendly guidance so you can live with more control and confidence in the years ahead. And finally, an important reminder. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace personal medical advice. If you have medical conditions or take prescription medications, please talk with your healthcare provider before changing any daily habits. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your body has carried you through your entire life. Now it deserves care that comes with understanding and respect.